What's the tube? Right, we are back. As you can see, it's a little bit moody today. There is a lot of weed out there, but we are going to battle through. I didn't video setting up today. We've got pulley pedals on both, pair of size 5s, and hopefully we'll get you a bass out today. If you're returning, big loves. If not, you know what to do. Smash that sub button. Be a great help for the channel, you know, towards bait and petrol and all that, so we can get out to some better places. It looks like I've got weed on both rods already. It's going to be a nightmare today, but I will do my best and I'll try and get you a fish out. Right, if you haven't been to the channel before, we have fished in Ness Beach. Last time we had a smooth hound, and it is a Tuesday, so we are off work, so anything today's a bonus. Better than sitting on the sofa. Do look a bit of a mess. Just jumped straight out of bed and got down to the beach. It was meant to be a lot more raining today, but looks like we've got away with it a little bit. I mean, obviously down towards Torquay Way looks really miserable. You're going to be in and out of my pocket, as I said before, but here's what it is. We're out here, we're going to try and get you some fish. I've got double squid on one rod, I've got razor on the other rod, so hopefully we can do the business and get you guys a fish. Right then, I'm going to get back to fishing in a bit.
Right then, people, sorry about the noise, but we had to move. There was just too much seaweed there. Couldn't keep a bait in the water, so it's only taken about an hour. Packed up, obviously paid for parking, which is a bit annoying, but sometimes it is what it is. Yeah, packed up, it was unfishable, so we've come out here to the sunny old Torquay. It's actually dry. I thought it was going to be raining, but fingers crossed it stays this way, overcast. It's not as lumpy as it was this morning, so obviously wind's died off, so we're going to get a couple of rigs out. This is a rough ground place, so we might lose a few rigs, but you know, fishing's fishing. You've got to lose a few rigs to gain a few fish, is what it is. I've never actually fished this mark. I think some people call it Thunder Hole or something like that. There's a few names for it anyway, but yeah, it's just down on the Torquay coast. A bit of rock climbing to get here. Oh, bear with, I will be back. Oh, she'd be blowing. Hopefully soon we will have enough money to invest in a mic, because obviously I don't know what it's going to sound like till later, but there's a lot of wind here, boys and girls. Right, so you already know the rigs and stuff that I'm using. Oh, I'm literally faffing here. Literally just de-weeded the rods, unclipped the rigs, so they've still got bait on, because I was contemplating casting out again at the other venue, but I was like, do you know what, I'd rather lose an hour, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. Right, yeah, pack up, try another venue. I know I've lost an hour or so's fishing, but it is what it is. I did meet a guy here last time. We were doing some casting just on the beach around the corner. A guy called Grant. I was going to message him, but then I realised it's Tuesday. So if you are watching this, Grant, I was going to see if you wanted to come fishing, but obviously, you know, normal people have to work, myself included. But we are on holiday, so we're going to send the bait out now. Just flick it out, no fancy casting. See if we can hit some sand. If not, lose a rig. Right. There you go. There's rod number 1. Wow, fairly deep here as well. So, always a good sign. Rod number 1 is in the water. let that one soak, get the other rod set up, bring it back when we're fishing in a bit. Right then, people. Attempt number 2. So as you can see, we are now fishing. As you can see, this rod here, I've put out into the tide, as you just seen me do. I am out off the mainland on the cliff, so the tide line's not too far, so it's just a simple over the head thump back into the fish, well, hopefully. And then I've got my double sand eel just down, literally just off the edge, because obviously we are fishing off the rocks, and bass have a tendency to go in and out and around the rocks, so hopefully that's the plan. One short, one far. Might wind one up in a minute and send it right out, depending on if we get any bites, but I'm pretty sure if that's not a bit of seaweed or a bit of tide. Oh, actually, I think it's a bit of seaweed. There's a fair bit of seaweed out here too. I thought I had a bite then straight away. That's a shame. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll battle with the weed. At least here, you know, I don't have all the sand and that to battle with as well. I can just literally lift the weed over, take it off. It was like loads of little bitty weed, and yeah, not great. I couldn't fish there. There's too much sand. It was raining and miserable. At least on the rock, you know, my car's not going to be covered in sand, and hopefully we'll get into one. Right, I'm going to get to it in a bit. Well, just got away from the helicopter. Not sure which one that was, but come down close enough, I can see the pilot, man. Right, obviously been here for about an hour now. No bites. We are getting big bits of weed, but it's more like this sort of stuff. There you go. You know, so it's literally just chuck it straight off the lead. It's getting picked up on the grippers, so which isn't too bad. It's when it's all the tiny little bits and you've got to sit there picking it for ages. Obviously with that you can just pull it off. It's not affecting the baits. The baits are coming back not covered in weed, so you know they are still fishing. Other than that, yeah. Oh, another thing, rods. Guys, obviously I'm a big advocate for fish for what you can afford. Obviously I'd never be able to buy these unless I really saved. I wouldn't be able to buy these brand new. Obviously you've seen before I had the Sonic rods, like the cheaper version of like a really good beach slash rough ground rod. But now obviously the Zoltron ones that I've got, I mean I can't fault them. They're the best thing I've ever had. But obviously again, you know, they're second hand, you know, so what I'd have paid for a set of rods for what I paid for these, I mean, I'd rather have the second hand ones and have like twice as better build, if you know what I mean. Like when it's hard to explain, but when you start fishing you'll understand like the feel of a rod and how much it can handle. Like even like where I am now, because obviously there's a big drop to the water, like lifting fish or lifting weed over without it breaking is a big plus. And yeah, they're my rods. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm ever going to change them. I quite like them. They're good for everything. I am going to get myself a set of estuary rods because I do really want to get a gilt out. So I'm going to be putting a lot of sessions in down there. But other than that, yeah, fishing's not great. But baits in the water, there's always a chance. And I don't know about you, but looking out over there for the day rather than sat on the sofa looking at the TV suits me. So, right, obviously I'm going to get these in now, put some fresh baits on, fingers crossed for a fish. If not, it looks like it's just about to rain, so I might have to get the wet weather gear on. Yeah, in a bit. Right then, as you can see, the rain's kicked in fully. I've just landed this absolute specimen. Oh. The good old weed fish. Oh yeah, unfortunately that's what I've got to deal with, so I thought I'd show you. Like I was saying before, obviously these rods handle that no problem, but you know, obviously other rods can be quite an issue. So I'll probably, if I had my old rods, I probably wouldn't be fishing now. But yeah, quite a fair bit of weed. But we are going to battle through, because that's just how we fish. And I don't want to go home yet. So, but as you can see, the baits are still, they're not great, but they are alright. So I'm just going to add a bit more bait onto there, whip a bit on, send it out, and yeah, a few more casts, see if we can get one in a bit. Right then guys, consistency pays off. Obviously we made the move. It's been hard fishing. Oh. Right, obviously it's been really hard fishing, guys, with the weed and everything, but there you go, bosh bosh, Mr. Conger. Only a strap, but you know, a fish is a fish at the end of the day. I mean, I didn't even think I was going to get one, to be honest, but I'm very happy with that one. And this one's really dark as well. Lovely. Little sea snakes, baby. Right, so we are on the fish. We're going to have a few more casts. The wind's picked up a lot now, but hopefully we can get a few more, and hopefully they get a little bit bigger. If not, they're all welcome, because it's a Tuesday and we're fishing, baby. Right, gonna get this one back now, but hopefully we can catch his father. Right, in a bit. Right then, guys, as you just seen, I've got that one in the rock pool just for a couple of minutes, just to get his bearings back before I throw him back, and see if I can get a bit for the camera. But yeah, obviously down on our coast we get lots of cool eels, conger eels. Obviously you get a load of small ones, but you do get some really big ones as well, especially at night time. So as I've just had that one, my plan of attack, I think, for this mark next time I come, I'll probably be down here with Donald because he likes a bit of conger fishing. We'll come down maybe full mackerel, something like that. We'll do a full night session and just go for it, try and get a really big conger, because if you look behind me, oh, the wind's going to blow in, but it's all rocks all the way around. So I'm pretty sure there's probably some really big congers in here, and it'd be nice to try and get one out. I'm going to fish for about another hour, and then that'll be me done. I actually caught that conger twice. So the first time I caught it, I lifted it out of the water and it fell off, and I was gutted. I was like, oh my God, I've been fishing for ages, you know what I mean? Trying to get something for the camera, and then bosh, come off. So I literally just dropped my lead straight back to where it was, because usually they're like scavengers and they're tough as old nails. They never give up, really. So literally dropped it back down, within minutes, bang, 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 and it was on again. So managed to get it up, show you guys, and hopefully we'll get a couple more. I mean, I know, you know, they're not huge, but size don't really matter to me. Fishing's fishing. We've had a result, we haven't blanked, so I'm buzzing. I am fishing just off the edge now because you won't be able to see it on the camera, but there's like maybe like a big beds of weed about 1 metre by 1 metre wide, and there's loads of them just coming through just off the point of that rock over there, coming round the bay. So I've got my rods just out in front. Seen a few mullet swimming by, but you never know, might pick up a bass. If not, we'll get another conger. Right, I'm going to get back to it in a bit. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. You can sort of just about make it out there, but see those huge beds of weed. That one's out a little bit further on, zoomed in a bit. Back out. Just after that point, you can see it's big dark marks, and there's loads of it all around that sort of tidal area. So we've still got a fair bit of water here. Still got about 10 foot of water, so it shouldn't affect our fishing. But yeah, it's hard to see with the glare on the water, but it's just unfishable really out there. Bosh! Right guys, wow, there you go, we're all packed up. Session has come to an end. Unfortunately, no more fish. It's what it is. Looks like we just missed the rain as well. Obviously all the gear's dry, so straight in the motor. Hopefully I can get a few hours during the week or whatever, we can get out again. If not, that's UK fishing. Sometimes you don't catch loads, sometimes you don't catch nothing, but at least we got one. Other than that, that's about it. I think the next big session I'm going to do, like, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. 4, 5, 6? Yeah, that makes sense. We'll get down on the beach somewhere, set you up on the camera, and maybe we'll just do a live and we'll video the whole session. So yeah, or maybe we'll set ourselves up on a nice flat rock and we'll do a full live session, full 5, 6 hours, and yeah, see, so you can go through like the whole process. I mean, you know, we might do 5, 6 hours and blank, or we might catch loads of fish, and gives me a chance to say hello to you guys as well. Right, anyway, I'm off. So like always, if I don't see you before, see you after, and if not, I'll see you on the bank in a bit.